Or moving to Hawaii and you've started looking around, maybe you've gone through this entire channel and you've seen the vlog tours and all these other things, and you've got your search pinpointed down to just a couple different areas that you have decided these are the areas that you need to discover more about and that you are going to live. Well, in this video, we're actually going to be talking about and comparing and contrasting Kapolei versus Hawaii Kai. Areas on two opposite ends of the island that you have maybe pinpointed that these two areas are where it is that you want to live, or you haven't even considered it and you just need to hear more about them. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about Kapolei versus Hawaii Kai and where you may consider living right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Living in Hawaii channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about living in Hawaii, everything that Hawaii has to offer, the up, down, left, right, eat, sleep, play, breathe, everything that you need to know if you're considering making the move out to Hawaii, if you're already here and you're trying to find that spot for you that you want to live. So if you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. It helps anybody else find this information. Hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so that you get notified every time that I upload a new video on this channel. And look, we get so many people reaching out, calling, texting, emailing, sending me DMs, scheduling their own Zooms down in the description below, and we absolutely love it. And you can do the same thing too. If you are moving here or thinking about moving here, and you just have questions that you want answered, you can reach out however you'd like. You can schedule that call down in the description below. We got your back when moving to Hawaii. In this video, we are talking about Kapolei and Hawaii Kai. So these two areas, where they're at, what it's like to live in these areas, eat, sleep, play, breathe in these areas, all that they have to offer, everything that encompasses these two areas, especially if you've been looking at homes online, you've been looking and doing your homework, your research, you've been watching the videos on this channel, and I'm going to mention this quite a bit, but we have the vlog tours of both of these areas, Kapolei and Hawaii Kai, right here on this channel, and we're going to have those pop up for you at the very end of this video. When you watch it all the way through, they're just going to pop up on the screen for you, and you just got to click it, and then you're going to go to those vlog tours. So as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about everything that you need to know about both of these areas, comparing and contrasting what they have to offer, and if you're considering moving there, this is definitely for you. First thing we got to consider with these two areas, and I kind of already mentioned this, is where they're located on the island of Oahu. And we're going to pull up the map so that you can see what it is. We're going to drop some pins so that you can get the ideas. And they're right here on this map that you can tell that they are on the opposite ends of the island. So first, let's drop a pin on Kapolei, and you can see that it's located on the west side. It's west of Ewa Beach, but just south of the Waianae Mountain Ridge, and it encompasses areas such as Ko'olina and Makakilo. So Kapolei is going to be on that southwestern corner of the island, versus Hawaii Kai, which is all the way over there on the eastern corner of the island, where you've got Hanauma Bay and all these other things that we're going to talk about here in this video. So you can see right there that they are just completely opposite ends, and if we were talking about driving from one side to the other, you're going to be looking at roughly around an hour-ish plus minus drive, depending on the time of day that you leave and traffic and things like that. So total opposite ends of the island, that's where they're located, and we're going to talk about some other things here. Oftentimes when you're moving to Hawaii, some of the first things you're thinking about is how close is the beach, right? That's one of the main reasons a lot of people even move out here, is because they're considering their proximity to the beach, being in paradise, having that sort of access. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull up the map again for Kapolei. We're going to start with Kapolei, and we're going to show you some of the beaches around Kapolei, and depending on where it is that you live in the city of Kapolei, the access. But again, it's all relative, really. There's no beach that's too far away on this island at all. So take that with a little grain of salt, but we're going to pull up the beaches, nearby beaches, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about those. As you can see here on the map now, and sort of giving you a reference point of where the border, I guess, between Ewa and Kapolei is right there where the Kamakana Ali'i Mall is, and then coming on down that way. So White Plains Beach is considered to be in Kapolei. You're gonna have to go through Kapolei to get there, and then right on next to White Plains Beach, where you got the Kalaeloa airport, you're gonna have Nimitz Beach. you've got Kalaeloa Regional Park, and then down the road you've also got Barbers Point Beach Park, and then coming around the bend some more up there you have the Ko'olina area. Okay, and we've done the vlog tour through Ko'olina. We've gone through those beaches on this channel. So those are the beaches that are surrounding the Kapolei area until you head up into the west side. And again, it's all relative. There's no beach that's really too far away. Even if you live like up in Makakilo, where I've lived before, it's driving 10-15 minutes down the hill and through Kapolei, and then you can be at White Plains Beach, Nimitz Beach, fairly quickly. So again, very relative. If you want to, if you really want to have that access to where you walk out of your house and you're in the sand, then that's something else that we got to talk about on our calls and what those sort of homes and things look like. Heading over to the Hawaii Kai side and the beaches that the Hawaii Kai side has to offer, we're going to go ahead and pull up the map again so that you can see where the proximity is of these beaches. And again, all relative, you're going to be close to the water either way. When you're living in Hawaii Kai, number one, you have the marina and you have the waterways that go through Hawaii Kai. But some of the more well-known beaches over there would be Sandy's Beach, which is on the east coast over there that you can see. One of the cool attractions would be Hanauma Bay. Some people may not consider that necessarily the beach because a lot of people go there to snorkel and it's a little, preserve area. But as far as just chilling on the beach, you got Sandy's up on the east side. And then as we zoom in the map, you can see that there's several different beaches, or go by name anyway. You got the Halona Beach Cove. As if you head up to the Blowhole too. So the Blowhole up there, there's Allen Davis Beach, but just below there's a beach called Infinity Beach, just below the Blowhole. That's another area. I've gone there to hang out and chill. Very cool thing to be in, I guess. It's a small beach. But very cool spot over there on the east side. And then in the vlog tour, Ridge and I take you through China Walls and some of the other stuff. But again, as I said with Kapolei, Hawaii Kai is over there on that east coast. Even if you live up in the back end of Hawaii Kai or the hills up there, the beach is still 10-15 minutes away getting to where it is that you want to go hang out at the beach. So it's relative. Not that far. You may find that some of the beaches in the Kapolei area may not be as crowded. White Plains is a great beach. It has an MWR over there if you're military. But White Plains can get very crowded. So a lot of times people will head down to Barbers where it's less crowded. And then same thing for Hawaii Kai side. Sandy's can get packed. And Sandy's can have some pretty mean waves over there too, depending on the time of the year. I remember boogie boarding out there when I was a kid and getting crushed. But I was a kid that didn't care and I was right back out there. But both do offer the proximity to great beaches. Now we're going to talk about some of the other amenities such as shopping and things nearby in these areas that they have to offer. When we're talking about shopping and some of the things that we have to offer, we got to consider the sizes of these two areas. Hawaii Kai is not a big area. It's a fairly small city. It's not as developed or have as much space as Kapolei. Kapolei is actually considered the second city here on Oahu. It's a lot bigger, has a lot more space and a lot more things to provide. So when we talk about the other amenities and shopping available, we got to take that into consideration. Hawaii Kai is a small little suburb with a great residential community, but it does have its shopping centers and things like that. So in Hawaii Kai, you are going to have your Costco, you're going to have your City Mill. If you don't know what City Mill is, it's like a knockoff of Home Depot or Lowe's. You're going to have your City Mill. There's a couple different shopping centers that Ridge and I stopped by on that vlog tour. They're actually right across from each other on the marina. A lot of great places to eat food-wise, but Hawaii Kai has a lot more outdoor activities to offer as well. So it does not have necessarily a big mall, right? Like a regular size big mall. When I say shopping centers, these are more of your smaller shopping centers over there with the smaller stores in between, upstairs, downstairs type of stuff, and a lot of great places to eat. There is a movie theater over there and a healthcare center and things like that. Now, I mentioned all those first in Hawaii Kai. It's a little bit smaller, but it does still have a lot to offer. Kapolei, though, being considered the second city and a lot more development, has a massive healthcare center. We have the Home Depot over there, Costco over there, Target. There is no Target in Hawaii Kai. There's no Walmart in Hawaii Kai. And you should always shop local first. Support your local businesses first before you head to the big box. Always support local, support the local community. That's where you live. Help everybody else too. But as far as what is offered and things that you may be more aware of with the big boxes, like I said, Kapolei has the Costco, the Target, the Home Depot. Your regular shopping centers are still throughout Kapolei as well. It has its own little business district. It has its own courthouse going around through the city, right? And then you've got your great residential areas throughout. I mean, and then you can head up all the way into Makakilo, which has one little Malama market and gas station on the way up. There's actually a dental clinic up there too, but it's more residential. There's a lot of different residential areas throughout Kapolei, you know, spruce throughout, than I guess there are in Hawaii Kai. So when we talk about amenities and shopping, Kapolei is going to have a lot more to offer you than Hawaii Kai is. If you did want to go to Target or Walmart, something like that, Walmart would be in town. There's a Target in town too, which is Waikiki. We're going to talk about driving to there shortly. But Target, you would probably have to head up to Kailua if that's where you would want to go. But you could head to town for that too. So again, Kapolei is going to offer more of those shopping amenities than Hawaii Kai per se. Next thing we're moving on to is proximity. Okay, when we talk about proximity, what is around these areas that may be appealing to me and my family, if that is you and your family moving here. And so when we talk about Kapolei, we're going to start with Kapolei's proximity first. We already pulled up the map and showed you where it was located in the southwest corner. And we also showed you the beaches around it. And we told you that you're never going to be too far from a beach, even if you decide to live up in the Makakilo Hills. So that is relative, but moving on to some of the other things. So you've got on the west side, you've got Ko'olina, which is actually considered to be in Kapolei. Ko'olina is a resort area, which I mentioned we did the vlog tour of. You got the west side heading up through Nanakuli, Waianae, you got Maili, you got Makaha up there. Makaha is a beautiful area. Makaha surfing beach, you got Makaha Valley, and then you can head all the way up to Kaena Point, or you come around and then you are on the north side of the island. So Kaena Point is really that western tip, and then you're going to be in the North Shore area. So that's a lot of the things that are around Kapolei. One of the other things that we do mention is that the distance to Waikiki. So that's one of the things that a lot of people, well, how far am I from town? Maybe my job is in town, or maybe I just want to have access to Waikiki, Honolulu. I want to have access to town. So when we're looking at the map here, and we're going to go ahead and pull it up for you so that you can see, it does show this map. You can see that it is about a 24.4 mile drive from Kapolei to Waikiki. There's no specific house listed, it's just Kapolei in general. And you can see that this one has 48 minutes of drive time. This does fluctuate, as I say in every video, with the time of day that you're leaving and the you know, which way is traffic coming and going. So this does fluctuate quite a bit, but you can see right there on the map, that's the distance from Waikiki. Now we're gonna talk about some of the things that are located around Hawaii Kai. On Hawaii Kai side, you're gonna have a lot more outdoor activities versus what you have in Kapolei. And on the west side, simply because Kapolei is in the Ewa Plain, and over on Hawaii Kai side, you're closer to Kailua. So you got Lani Kai, Kailua Beach over there. You got the Pillbox hike. Even just in Hawaii Kai area, you've got the Coco Head hike, which is heading all the way up the mountain. It's over 1,000 stairs. That's an awesome hike to do, great views. And then you got Hanama Bay over there, the Blowhole, Sandy's, Infinity Beach, and then just easier access to a lot of other things, hikes in Kaneohe, waterfall hikes up the east side. So a lot of outdoor activities, a lot more anyway, in the Hawaii Kai area and the proximity to that. We already hit up on the beaches as well. As you can see here on the map, it is a shorter drive, just over 10 miles, and the drive time is obviously shorter too. It's got a lot more proximity to Waikiki area, and it's not that bad. So you can see right here on this map, they got it listed at 29 minutes as of the time of me pulling this up. And you can see 10.7 miles, and it does look a lot shorter just from looking at the map views between the two. So great proximity to Hawaii Kai, but that's not to say that they don't get their own traffic problems in the morning times and during their own rush hours out there going from east to what would be west in town for them, and back and forth. So they do get their own traffic problems out there as well. I'll briefly talk about schools here for the families that are moving out here, and that is one of their top priorities. Is I want my kids to go to a good school. And you're in luck because both of these areas do offer pretty well off schools. Now you always have to do your own due diligence and search your own rankings and talking to people and things like that. But as you know, the general consensus and what you can see in public data is that these schools do rank pretty well. So in Kapolei though, you're going to have Kapolei Elementary, Middle, and High School. There are several other schools. Up in Makakilo, you can see you got like Ho'okele Elementary, Makakilo Elementary, and then you got Barbers Point Elementary. So there's several different ones in these areas. Then you've even got Island Pacific Academy, which is a private school in Kapolei. And then out in Hawaii Kai, there may be a little bit more limited selection of schools, but again, great schools out there in Hawaii Kai, sorry. But you always do your own due diligence, pull up greatschools.org or niche.com. Start getting into any groups that you can to figure out what your good feeling is about these schools, and then you can drive around those areas when you get out here too. But let's go ahead and check out some of the Hawaii Kai schools. You can see you got Cocoa Head Elementary all the way up to Henry J. Kaiser High School, which you can see here on the niche.com map. It is ranked with an A. So some of the things that you've got to consider, right, especially when you're moving out here with a family and where you're deciding to live. Talking about homes and sort of the cost of the homes and the style of homes, we'll start with Kapolei. Kapolei offers a wide variety style of homes, and so you're going to have your single family homes up in the Makakilo Hills with the great views and the great breeze coming all the way down. Some of these may seem a little older style, and then you're going to have your newer, more modern townhome communities out here as well. Some of those on the Kamakana Street. So there's a lot of different variety of style of homes out here, but you can look at the data right here, and we're going to break some data down for you. You can see right here on this that the 96707 represents the zip code for Kapolei. And over the last 3 months, the average sales price, and now this includes both single family and condo townhomes, is $756,609 as of August of 2021. That is up 22.5%. And on this next one, we just switched it to where now it is just condo townhomes. And you can see that condo townhomes average sales price over the last 3 months is $658,534. And now we're gonna switch it to single family homes, only single family homes. Right here with this one, this is only single family homes. Average sales price over the last 3 months, you can see that it's $932,861. So you can see the difference between a single family home and a condo townhome style out there in Kapolei. We're gonna pull up this one so you can see that what we're showing here. You can see here in just this one shot, the different variety that is offered between some of the single family homes that are listed upwards of 830,000 up to 1.5 million, all the way down to even a $515,000 2-bedroom, 2-bath home. To give you an idea of the styles of homes that are out there in Kapolei, now we're going to do the same thing for Hawaii Kai. Let's look at the data for Hawaii Kai homes average sale price over the last 3 months. You can see right here 96825 represents the zip code that Hawaii Kai sits in, and right now over the last 3 months the average sales price has been $1,072,574. And you can see right here, now that we've switched it over to just your condo townhomes in Hawaii Kai of 96825, $718,233. Lastly, I'm going to show you just the single family homes, and we're going to show you some of the homes that are currently on the market right now, and then the variety that they offer as well. Lastly, you can see here the average sales price over the last 3 months has been $1,649,128. So right there, just that alone will tell you the difference in the cost of homes that are going to be between Kapolei and Hawaii Kai. Now we're going to pull up some of the homes that are currently on the market from just like we did for Kapolei and show you the variety that they have. Right here, you can see the variety of homes that are a little bit divided as far as, you got a studio up here for $65,000. You've got another condo style for $570,000, which is a 2-bed, 2-bath. Then you can look and you got a $995,000 home. You even got a $5.4 million listing right here in this shot. So there's a lot of different variety of what Hawaii Kai has to offer. Some of those may be even a little bit older style homes, which we have seen in the Hawaii Kai vlog tour, but they also have some really nice resort style, which are going to be higher end. Some of those right there on the marina that are going to give you water access, which is amazing, that a marina area that runs through Hawaii Kai. So a great variety between the two, but ultimately, maybe the cost might be something that decides where it is that you end up living. It could be the proximity, it could be all these other things that we just went through. No matter what it is, you can reach out, you can shoot me a text, you can send me an email, you can slide in my DMs, you can schedule your own Zooms down in the description below. However you want to get a hold of me, I absolutely love it, and I got your back when moving to Hawaii. If you haven't already, hit the like button. It's going to help anybody else looking for this information to be able to find it a lot easier. Hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so that you get notified every time that I upload a new video on this channel. Like I said, we've done vlog tours in both Kapolei and Hawaii Kai, and I'm going to have those popping up for you right now.